Hey, thanks for looking at our video today. As near as I can calculate it, I think today puts us about 13 weeks from the middle of the Passion Week, that midweek service leading up to our celebration of the resurrection at Easter. And so 13 weeks out, I hope that'll go by relatively quickly. I'm ready for warmer temperatures, and I'm confident that it'll be warmer by the time we get to the middle of April. But on these Wednesdays leading up to that, in our Wednesday Bible study, I would like us to focus on the Messianic Psalms. The Psalter, the book of Psalms in the Old Testament, right in the middle of your Bible, contains 150 different songs that were important to the Hebrew people, but we've targeted and identified several of these, just about enough to do one a week up until our Easter celebration, that we consider Messianic Psalms. They're Old Testament songs that the Jews sang, which did point to their Messiah, to the promised one who was to come. And so the very first one occurs early in the Psalter, and that's Psalm chapter 2. The Lord willing, we'll look at that today as part of our Bible study text. And I really just want to focus this simple devotional thought on Psalm 2:9. This psalm concerns the kingship of Jesus Christ. It says, "You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel." Incidentally, here in this Old Testament text, if we were to break verse 9 down into its original language, that idea of a rod of iron talks about the strength, the justice, the power of Jesus' or earthly reign. That word rod of iron, is the Hebrew word shebet. Incidentally, it's the same word whether it's used of a rod or a king's scepter. All depends on whose hand it is in. In Psalm 23, David is writing concerning the shepherd, and he says, "Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." That word rod there, same Hebrew word. Here it's being used to enforce punishment and submission. But for the shepherd in Psalm 23:4, it's there to bring comfort. In Esther chapter 5, King Ahasuerus extends his shebet, his scepter, to grant the queen Esther access into him. And so it comes down to this simple lesson that most of us have seen before, and that is the use of something all depends whose hand it is in. There are things that may be valuable tools in your hand, but they would be worthless and useless in my hands. And maybe the same would apply to things that I could hold versus you. But Jesus here governs with a rod of iron, according to Psalm 2:9. We'll check out the other 11 verses of this psalm today in our Bible study, whether you're here at 11 a.m. or 7 p.m. or watching us online. Remember, we need to have a business session tonight to review and approve that 2025 budget. So we'll try to do that. And we'll also have Wednesday night supper at 6:15. Cold weather this week, cold weather in the month of January. We've got Brunswick stew and chicken stew on the menu. Hopefully that'll warm you up a little bit. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Wednesday. Take care and God bless you.